So at this time, we'd like to sort of create an open forum in case there are any questions that our panelists were not able to address. If you can raise your hand, and so we'll start with third row, number 3. Yes, there's 3.
I have a question for Claire. You said that you're backlogged 2 years for applications. So if I apply today, I'm going to have to wait 2 years to know if I'm accepted?
The mic.
Oh, sorry. Your company is located within LA City?
It is.
Okay. If you apply to us now and you have a contract that you'll be bidding in the city, you tell us the bid due date, and we will process that application to meet that bid deadline.
But if I don't have a contract I'm going after, I'm just applying because I want to become a women business in LA,
Yeah.
then it's going to be 2 years.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, you will be on the waiting list. Yeah. And
So the lady next to her, I saw your hand next, sorry.
How can we go and look at those contracts that are up for bid? Is that on a city website?
they're advertised on labavn.org.
So, so she said, so www.labavn.org is actually the City of Los Angeles's procurement website. And you register, registration is free, and you can actually see all contracting opportunities.
Hi, I'm Nelly Vincent with Simpson American Consultant. There's a compilation of companies that are in the room. Some of us have been in business longer than some who are also starting their businesses. How long do you have to be in business in order to qualify to apply for certification?
So the question was, how long do you have to be in business to apply and qualify for certification?
So for WeBank, there is not a time frame. So you can get your business set up today and apply for certification tomorrow.
Claire?
Same thing with the city. If you are a startup, we will take you.
Same thing with our council.
Okay. Moving on to this side. Yes?
Yes, I have a question regarding arts organizations, like through the Department of Cultural Affairs. Does being a woman-owned business help you in that area?
So on behalf of the city's Department of Cultural Affairs, being an arts-oriented organization, should she get certified, basically?
Are you asking if there is like a demand for the type of work that you do?
What I'm asking about is if having that certification, as I apply through the Department of Cultural Affairs for grants and for different, they have projects available. So does having this certification help me in any way when I apply for those?
When the Department of Cultural Affairs will issue a request for proposal, they will determine what type of certification you will need. If
it's not listed, does it matter?
yeah, if they don't list WBE, then you don't need the WBE certification.
But I do want to add that it's on case-by-case basis. So depending on the scope of work, it may not have a WBE designation for one, but through another contract it may. So, yes. Okay.
So my question is, how does being certified, whether it's through WeBank or through the council, how does that help me, or how is it better than just good old-fashioned networking with corporate entities?
So typically, if a corporation has a supplier diversity initiative, they will ask you if you're certified. So a lot of the events that we will put on are closed events for a corporation, meaning that they are only looking for certified WBEs or MBEs.
And for the council, we also work with corporations who sometimes will even ask you ahead of time, if you're not certified, you need to get certified. And they will refer you either to WeBank if you're a women-owned business, or they'll refer you to us in the private sector. I'm talking about corporations in the private sector. Will refer you to us to get certified, even before they start talking to you. And so certification is sometimes a requirement for some industries, some corporations, because they have supplier diversity initiatives that they have to achieve.
And I also just want to add that for corporations who have supplier diversity teams, that supplier diversity representative is your internal advocate for your success. And so a lot of times you might already be in a corporation. So not being certified doesn't necessarily stop a corporation from hiring you. So a lot of times you might already be in the organization and your opportunity goes out to bid. So would you want to have an internal champion on your side helping to at least increase the probability that that contract stays with you, or not have someone in-house cheerleading for you? So certification has a couple of different facets. So it helps you get into a corporation, but it will also help you stay in that corporation.
Claire?
I wanted to add that for the city, the WBE is applicable to contracts of $150,000 or more. So you will not see a requirement for WBE certified firms if the contract is below that threshold.
Wanted to also mention that though a lot of corporations have supplier diversity, for PCL Construction, who the city, for example, is a client, we do have mandates to basically hire diverse companies that are minority and women-owned and disadvantaged. And so it really just gives you a competitive edge, per se, to be certified. Yes?
Hi, my question is for you, actually. I work in the manufacturing industry, specifically with facades. So my company manufactures facades for commercial projects. One of the questions that I have for you is, in order to be qualified as a supplier for companies like PCL and other really large construction corporations, a lot of them have a requirement of being established in business for at least a decade. So how do you go around that? Like if I'm a women-owned business, and even though like if I'm manufacturing, how do I work with you if I don't have 10 years of business? How do you encourage that?
I really want to answer your question, but I want to stay kind of on topic with the panelists. So definitely talk to me afterwards, because I've never heard of the decade, being in business for a decade. There is a process, which I'm happy to discuss. Yes, Raquel.
Hi, my name is Raquel. I own a construction company, and I already certified by the city of LA. But my question is, I'm overwhelmed by all of the certifying agencies, and I'm going to the point like, do I need all? When do you need to be certified by different agencies? And second, if I do need to be in the network for corporations, which I'm interested in, the fees, are they a one-time fee or is it an annual fee to get certified? Because let's say I do want to get into projects that are offered by AT&T, by Starbucks, and a lot of other corporations that may not take the City of LA certification.
Okay.
Or many corporations take the City of LA.
Okay, so before I answer your question, I have a tip for everybody who has a question. So one, please make sure that you stand up. Please make sure you say your name, but also make sure you say your company's name, because this is a great opportunity to connect the dots with other women-owned businesses who might be looking for your product or service. So to answer your question, your first question was when, right? So no one can really tell you when. You have to kind of determine that. But the key is when you feel that you are ready to do business with a corporation, you should start looking into certification. Whether it's the Minority Council or whether it is WeBank, you need to start looking into certification. The second thing is which certification, right? So you have to look at just based on your needs. So the Minority Council and WeBank are very similar. We both do certification. One is gender-based, one is ethnicity-based, right? We know that for us, we truly believe that women network differently, women need different support. So those are the things that we offer. We, on top of everything else, so we are gender-based. I always encourage people, if you can get both certifications, because both of us connect with the same corporations. Both of us provide opportunities, but sometimes corporations are really looking for an MBE because their WBE bucket might be full. So I always encourage people to do both. I also encourage that because we know everything's about relationships. And so the more that they see you and engage with you and connect with you, the more probability that when there is an opportunity, they think of you. And what's the best way to do that? Go to both events. I mean, poor Virginia probably gets sick of seeing us at her events because we do the same thing. So I hope that helps you some.
Yeah, and my other question was the fees. Is it a one-time fee or is it an annual fee? Do you get certified at one time or every year?
Right, and I think both the Minority Council and WeBank are annual. So because we actually go back out and we ensure that you are who you say you are. So we've had instances where we have certified someone 1 year. We go back out to do a site visit the next year. The woman is now in the smallest office. The employees don't know her. You know, the dog is barking at her. So we go back and we verify because we do know that there are a lot of pass-through companies, and we might not catch it the first time, but we will definitely catch it the second or the third time.
I'd like to add something to what Pamela has just said. Certification from the council and or from the WeBank are probably we are the most accepted in the nation in terms of women's certification, minority certification with us. But you also need to take a look at other certifications because, as of for instance, the investor-owned utilities are governed by the California Public Utilities Commission, and while they accept our certification, they first make sure that you get certified by the CPUC. And CPUC is a free certification. They also, I believe they still have something called comparable agency, where if you're already certified with us, that process is so much easier. I think you just have to show that you're certified with either our council or with WeBank, depending on gender or ethnicity. So look around to see what other certifications are being required. If you want to do business with Metro, they're going to require you to get certified by them because they have other sort of special types of requirements that we don't have. They're looking for transportation. They want you to list all of the vehicles that you own. And there's just little different things that they are asking for that we don't ask for. And so when you are trying to get a contract with them, they're going to ask you to get certified by them. So look around.
So we're going to have time for one more question. The experts are going to hang around after the meeting. And did also want to mention that if you actually certified with Virginia's group as a MBE, that does have reciprocity with the city, meaning the city recognizes the certification. So you don't have to do both processes. So I'm going to actually go with the lady in blue. I'm sorry. Yeah, we are, but go ahead, if it's quick.
Yeah, it's quick. So, is it okay to be a DBA or to require a corporation? And then also, another side question is it okay to be a nonprofit or do you require that you're not? Because I have two companies that I would ask about.
So it is fine to be a DBA. We do not certify nonprofits.
Yeah, WBE for the city is for profit business only.
I ditto both of them.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Carla Codians. I'm the president and CFO of Quality Production Services. We're a commercial drywall subcontractor. We do work with PCL. We're certified with WeBank. We're certified with City of LA. I've been doing business with the city probably for 12, 13 years. In the last 4 years, I have found that WBE has not helped me. So for example, we did the Tom Bradley terminal with Welsh Austin. We did the third floor. We teamed up with a larger drywall subcontractor. And that was great, but the new package that's come out, there's no WBE requirement. It's SBE, which we no longer need, and it's minority, which I'm looking into because I do have that, but I didn't think it was that important. We spent countless hours getting the courthouse. We teamed up with another large drywaller, and then it turns out that there was only SBE requirements, no WBE requirements. We were recently approached by Turner to do work on the Hollywood Park, and it turns out that it's only minority requirement.
So,
You want me to answer that?
I love the lunch and networking.
Thank you.
So this is actually a topic I'm a tad bit of an expert on. So the City of Los Angeles has a program called the Contractor Bonding and Development Program that really kind of encourages and helps contractors grow. And I spent 10 years there. And spending 10 years there, you kind of become acclimated to the various departments with the city. So the question is, so why is it that it's difficult? Because the different departments require different things. So I will tell you that through Prop 209, unfortunately, that really places a stress on government where they have to basically have gender and race neutral programs. So SBE is no longer these race and gender neutral programs are not contingent on race and ethnicity like corporate or private sector. So unfortunately, LAWA, Port, and DWP currently only have SBE programs. City of LA, Bureau of Engineering, Public Works does continue to have MBE, WBE, and an array of other certifications. That's just unfortunately where the market is going towards race and gender neutral programs. And well, for City of LA, Bureau of Engineering, and for corporate, there is. Public Works, Bureau of Engineering, City of LA, right. So